Good morning, my awesome friends. So I've still got a bit of a cold and my voice is croaky, but I would like to welcome you back to the Taper Tag Challenge. And today we are going to be using builder's mesh or drywall tape. Some people call it drywall tape. In South Africa, we don't really do much with drywalling, but today that is what we're going to be using. So the nice thing about this is that it's slightly sticky, and you will just cut a piece of it. Just cut a piece and put it on any way you like. So with this one, I cut irregular strips and just stuck it down. And on this unfinished tag I've prepared for you today, I've also just cut a piece and put it down. What I do like to do, and I'll show you here, is that I always cut my tape longer than my card. So don't try to fit it onto the card, cut it longer and then trim it from the back, like so. Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole preparation again with you. We are going to work on this card that's ready to be taped. As you know, I've got some lovely big pieces of metal tape because I've run out of my narrow tape. So for this one today, we are not going to crumple it. I think I haven't really done many uncrumpled tags because I prefer to really work with the crumple tape, and you're going to see why. I thought just for this video I'll actually show you how sticky this tape is and how difficult it is to use when it's not crumpled. So as you can see, it starts to curl. I've got to hold it so that it doesn't curl. And one of the tricks that I've learned is not to pull the whole backing off, but to actually work with the section you need. Always placing your tag onto the tape and not placing the tape onto the tag. I'm just going to cut this. There you go. And then to cheat to cover the back, I'm literally going to fold it over. There you go. And I want to save that lovely piece there. So we'll just cut that. Sorry. See how sticky it is? There you go. And I'll save that piece for something else. Okay. We have a very, very smooth and shiny surface. And smoothing it with the paper stump. There you go. Around all the edges. There you go. And then we'll trim it. Oh, I can't see for looking today. Oopsie, somebody dropped something in the house. Anyway, I thought I should wait until I sound better, but then I realized, life gets in the way, and sometimes you just wait for that perfect moment, and then we miss it. We miss the whole opportunity. So I'll rather just teach you this today, even with the gruff voice. You can always put me on mute. Okay, so there is a trick to using the drywall tape, in that you need to burnish it really well, and if you want the ink to stick, there are two things you can do. The first is you scribble it with your tool, which I like to do because it gives the ink a nice place to stick. Your black Sharpie or your acrylic paint, whatever you decide to use. So that's what we're aiming for. And then I like to go in the opposite direction a little bit. And as you can see, I'm using my finger to prevent me going over onto the plain part of the tape. So use your finger as a guide. Okay, so that is what it looks like. We're going to circle our leaf or outline our leaf with our tool or our ballpoint pen, whatever you have. And then I'm going to show you another trick. So this drywall tape is actually really lovely to use for your backgrounds to add interest, so you don't have to hand draw everything. And it's really inexpensive. You can find it at your hardware store. So go and have a squiz. Okay. So I've outlined my leaf. As usual, we want to have detail, so it's the little things that count. I'm going to give my leaf some little veins. And I'm only going to do 1/2 of this leaf. I mean, 1/2 of the big leaf. So you can see the difference when I ink it. And here. And here. Okie dokie. Okay, so as you can see, I've only techniqued half of this leaf. Now, you can see the tape is very shiny. We haven't crumbled it, as you know, so the surface is extremely smooth. And when you put your ink on, your alcohol Sharpie, you'll find that nothing will stick there. It'll be very shiny. So we have a technique that I'm going to teach you, a little trick that I learned when I had a piece of this texture tape just lying around on my table. I discovered we can actually use the texture tape to create a bit of background interest. So here we go. Take our texture tape, stick it on. How cool is that? And then randomly just draw little squares. So you're using the texture tape as a stencil. And it kind of feels like I'm building Lego here. So just use that. Draw a few little squares here and there. And it just adds a little bit of interest. And a place for your ink to stick. Remember, the more we technique, the more areas our ink will stick. So a little bit time consuming, but these are the things that make your work stand out and takes it to a new level. So look there, and you've got a bit of background interest. And I will just do a little bit more all around. I'm not doing every block, just randomly. I'm not in a very talkative mood today. And so what do you think of that? I'm going to leave this piece blank because I want to just show you the difference. So we have done this, and as I say, our tag is very shiny, but it is a different technique, so we'll ink this. give that a second to dry. On this tag here as well, the little die cut was a plain leaf, and I drew the veins on. So you can see the difference it makes when you make a little bit of extra effort. Okay, is this ready? Oh, no, it's a little bit wet. More haste, less speed. Okay, should be good. And yeah, let's do this. Using the nail buff will take a little bit of the shine off your tag. If you use a soft cloth, you're going to have a very shiny tag, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see the difference. We'll just check here. I don't know if you can really see how shiny this section is compared to the rest. I don't know if you can actually see it, but in real life you can notice it. So it definitely is beneficial to use your nail buff if you're working with uncrumpled smooth tape. So now you can see the difference. No veins, look how plain that looks. And no background over here, and look how plain that looks. So your challenge today is to technique your tag and leave a section that you haven't techniqued so we can see the difference, and to use your builder's mesh as a stencil and under the tape. Good luck, and I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to share your tags on our Facebook group, Tape a Tag. Sorry, I can't speak this morning. Tape a Tag, and I look forward to seeing your creations. Have an awesome day.